Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Gaurang Dhawanlal with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi remembers bravehearts of 26/11 Mumbai attack in his Mann Ki Baat program, says India crushing terrorism with determination. Mr. Modi extends best wishes to countrymen on the occasion of Constitution Day today, says through the 44th Amendment, wrongs committed during the emergency rectified. Prime Minister remarks, success of vocal for local is opening doors to a developed and prosperous India. Mr. Modi wishes the nation ahead of Deepawali and Prakash Parv of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji tomorrow. In Uttrakhand, relief and rescue operations underway to rescue 41 labourers trapped in under-construction Silkyara Tunnel. Telephone lines being provided to them for getting in touch with their family members. And in China Masters Badminton 2023, Indian star shuttlers Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty to take on Chinese Liang, Keng and Wang in the men's doubles final tomorrow this afternoon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid homage to the people who lost their lives in the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Addressing the nation in his Mann Ki Baat program on Akashvani, Mr. Modi said the nation can never forget this day, the 26th of November, as it was on this very day that the country had come under the most dastardly terror attack. He asserted that India is now quelling terror with full determination.
26 नवंबर हम कभी भी भूल नहीं सकते हैं। आज के ही दिन देश पर सबसे जघन्य आतंकी हमला हुआ था। आतंकियों ने मुंबई को, पूरे देश को थर्रा कर रख दिया था। लेकिन ये भारत का सामर्थ्य है कि हम उस हमले से उबरे और अब पूरे हौसले के साथ आतंक को कुचल भी रहे हैं। मुंबई हमले में अपना जीवन गंवाने वाले सभी लोगों को मैं श्रद्धांजलि देता हूँ। इस हमले में हमारे जो जांबाज वीरगति को प्राप्त हुए, देश आज उन्हें याद कर रहा है।
The Prime Minister highlighted that the 26th of November is also significant because it was on this very day in 1949 that the Constituent Assembly had passed and adopted the Constitution of India. He added that on the 125th birth anniversary of Baba Saheb Ambedkar in 2015, the government had decided to observe the 26th of November as Constitution Day. He extended his best wishes to the countrymen on this occasion and expressed confidence that together the nation shall certainly attain the resolve of a developed India according to priority to its citizens' duties.
1949 में आज के दिन संविधान सभा ने भारत के संविधान को अंगीकार किया था। मुझे याद है जब साल 2015 में हम बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर की 125वीं जन्म जयंती मना रहे थे, उसी समय ये विचार आया था कि 26 नवंबर को संविधान दिवस के तौर पर मनाया जाए और तब से हर साल आज के इस दिन को हम संविधान दिवस के रूप में मनाते आ रहे हैं।
The Prime Minister said that since the Constitution came into force in 1950, a total of 106 amendments have been carried out till now. He noted that in consonance with the times, circumstances and requirements of the country, various governments carried out amendments at different times. The Prime Minister stressed that it was a misfortune that the Constitution's First Amendment pertained to curtailing the freedom of speech and freedom of expression. He added that through the 44th Amendment, the wrongs committed during the emergency were rectified.
अलग अलग सरकारों ने अलग अलग समय पर संशोधन किए, लेकिन ये भी दुर्भाग्य रहा कि संविधान का पहला संशोधन फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच और फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन के अधिकारों में कटौती करने के लिए हुआ था। वहीं संविधान के 44वें संशोधन के माध्यम से इमरजेंसी के दौरान की गई गलतियों को सुधारा गया था। साथियों, ये भी बहुत प्रेरक है कि संविधान सभा के कुछ सदस्य मनोनीत किए गए थे, जिनमें से 15 महिलाएं थी।
The Prime Minister expressed satisfaction that in adherence to the far-sightedness of the framers of the Constitution, Parliament has now passed the Nari Shakti Vandan Act. He said it would provide a fillip to the pace of accomplishing the resolve of a developed India. On the topic of vocal for local, the Prime Minister said the success of vocal for local is opening doors to a developed India, prosperous India. Mr. Modi highlighted that many transformations in India are being led by the 140 crore people of the country. He said a direct example of this was seen during this festive season when people opted to buy local products and went vocal for local.
वोकल फॉर लोकल की सफलता विकसित भारत, समृद्ध भारत के द्वार खोल रही है। वोकल फॉर लोकल का ये अभियान पूरे देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को मजबूती देता है। वोकल फॉर लोकल अभियान रोजगार की गारंटी है, ये विकास की गारंटी है, ये देश के संतुलित विकास की गारंटी है। इससे शहरी और ग्रामीण दोनों को समान अवसर मिलते हैं। इससे स्थानीय उत्पादों में वैल्यू एडिशन का भी मार्ग बनता है और अगर कभी वैश्विक अर्थव्यवस्था में उतार चढ़ाव आता है तो वोकल फॉर लोकल का मंत्र हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था को संरक्षित भी करता है।
Mr. Modi expressed pride that there has been an increase of more than 31% in patent applications by Indians in 2022. He said that according to a report by the World Intellectual Property Organization, this has never happened earlier, even in the top 10 countries that are at the forefront in filing patents.
इंटेलिजेंस, आइडिया और इनोवेशन आज भारतीय युवाओं की पहचान है। इसमें टेक्नोलॉजी के कॉम्बिनेशन से उनकी इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टीज में निरंतर बढ़ोतरी हो, ये अपने आप में देश के सामर्थ्य को बढ़ाने वाली महत्वपूर्ण प्रगति है। 2022 में भारतीयों के पेटेंट आवेदन में 31% से ज्यादा की बढ़ोतरी हुई है।
The Prime Minister stressed that patents not only increase the intellectual property of the country, but also open doors to newer opportunities. He said it also enhances the strength and potential of India's startups. On the topic of water conservation, the Prime Minister said that water security is one of the biggest challenges of the 21st century. Stressing on conserving water, he said Amrit Sarovars are being built in every district of the country. He said that the over 65,000 Amrit Sarovars that India has developed during the Amrit Mahotsav will benefit forthcoming generations. The Prime Minister wished the nation ahead of Dev Deepawali and Prakash Parv of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji tomorrow.
कल 27 नवंबर को कार्तिक पूर्णिमा का पर्व है। इसी दिन देव दीपावली भी मनाई जाती है और मेरा तो मन रहता है कि मैं काशी की देव दीपावली जरूर देखूं। इस बार भी काशी के घाटों पर लाखों दिए जलाए जाएंगे, भव्य आरती होगी, लेजर शो होगा, लाखों की संख्या में देश विदेश से आए लोग देव दीपावली का आनंद लेंगे। कल पूर्णिमा के दिन ही गुरु नानक देव जी का भी प्रकाश पर्व है। गुरु नानक जी के अनमोल संदेश भारत ही नहीं दुनिया भर के लिए आज भी प्रेरक और प्रासंगिक है। ये हमें सादगी, सद्भाव और दूसरों के प्रति समर्पित होने के लिए प्रेरित करते हैं।
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. Constitution Day is being celebrated across the country today to mark the adoption of the Indian Constitution. On the 26th of November in 1949, the Constituent Assembly of the country formally adopted the Constitution, which came into force on the 26th of January 1950. In 2015, the government decided to celebrate this day to promote constitutional values among citizens. On this occasion, President Draupadi Murmu unveiled the father of the Constitution, Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar's statue in the Supreme Court today. The Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, and other judges of the Supreme Court were also present. To commemorate the 73rd Samvidhan Divas or Constitution Day, the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs has urged all citizens to participate in the Constitution quiz and online reading of the preamble. In Uttrakhand, relief and rescue operations are underway to rescue 41 labourers trapped in the under-construction Silkyara Tunnel in Uttarkashi district since the 12th of November. The work of cutting the blades of the auger machine stuck in the bars inside the escape pipeline is still going on. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami said despite difficult circumstances, the rescue operation is going on. The Chief Minister said that the plasma machine which was brought from Hyderabad has started working and the cutting by the auger machine which was stuck is going on at a faster pace. He informed that after removing the blade stuck inside the pipe, efforts would be made to remove the debris by digging manually.
सुबह से प्लाज्मा मशीन जो हैदराबाद से आई है उसने काम करना शुरू कर दिया है और तेजी से कटिंग हो रही है। अब कुल 14 मीटर शेष बचा हुआ है जो आगर मशीन को काट के निकालना है। लगता है कि जल्दी ये काम हो जाएगा अगले कुछ घंटों में। उसके बाद मैनुअल काम शुरू होगा डीलिंग का।
It may be recalled that adequate oxygen, food, water and medicines are being supplied to the workers trapped in the tunnel and the administration is also maintaining contact with them. Apart from this, telephone lines of Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited BSNL are also being provided to the workers so that they can talk to their family members. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said India has become Vishwamitra Bharat and asked the followers of Ramchandra Mission to be cultural ambassadors of the country to make the country a developed one during the Amrit Kal. He visited Kanha Shantivanam near Hyderabad a short while ago. Addressing hundreds of mission followers, the Prime Minister said efforts to make the country developed should depend on 4 Amrit columns: women power, youth power, Shram Shakti and Udyam Shakti. He asked the followers to play a key role in it.
आज भारत आर्थिक, सामरिक और सांस्कृतिक हर प्रकार से पुनर्जागरण के दौर में प्रवेश कर रहा है। बीते 10 वर्षों में हमने हर प्रकार से अपनी सांस्कृतिक विरासत को सशक्त करने का प्रयास किया है। योग हो, आयुर्वेद हो, आज पूरे विश्व में भारत के ज्ञान भंडार की व्यापक चर्चा हो रही है।
In Telangana, Congress senior leader Rahul Gandhi will address a public meeting at Karmareddy, where PCC President Revant Reddy is fighting against Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao. He will also hold a roadshow in Malakpet in Hyderabad this evening. BRS Chief Chandrasekhar Rao will address public meetings at Khanapur, Jagatiyal, Vemulavada and Dubbaka. In China Masters Badminton 2023, Indian star shuttlers Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty will take on Chinese Liang, Keng and Wang in the men's doubles final today. The game will begin at Shenzhen in China this afternoon. Earlier, the Indian duo Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty defeated China's He Jiting and Ren Xiang Yu 22-20 in straight games in the semi-final. With this win, the Indian duo entered their 6th final of the year. They began on a positive note in the semi-final yesterday, racing to an 11-6 at mid-game interval. So far, the year has been special for Satwik and Chirag, who emerged victorious in the Badminton Asian Championships, Indonesia Super 1000, Korea Super 500 and Swiss Super 300. In cricket, India and Australia will clash in their second game of the 5-match T20I series at Greenfield Stadium in Thiruvananthapuram today. The match will start at 7 p.m. Indian time. India had won the first game at Visakhapatnam on Thursday by 2 wickets to take a 1-0 lead in the series. India and the Aussies are playing with a different squad, with many of their players from the World Cup team being rested. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi remembers bravehearts of 26/11 Mumbai attack in his Mann Ki Baat program, says India crushing terrorism with determination. Mr. Modi extends best wishes to countrymen on the occasion of Constitution Day today, says through the 44th Amendment, wrongs committed during the emergency rectified. Prime Minister remarks success of Vocal for Local is opening doors to a developed and prosperous India. Mr. Modi wishes the nation ahead of Deepawali and Prakash Parv of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji tomorrow. In Uttarakhand, relief and rescue operations underway to rescue 41 labourers trapped in under-construction Silkyara Tunnel. Telephone lines being provided to them for getting in touch with their family members. And in China Masters Badminton 2023, Indian star shuttlers Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty to take on Chinese Liang, Keng and Wang in the men's doubles final this afternoon. And with that, we end the midday news.